Hello everyone, welcome to the drive-thru, sponsored by the deli. Get yourself a tuna melt sandwich with Swiss on whole wheat sandwich bread. So we're working on Chapter 4 review questions. So for the first ASM question, this would be sometimes, because you would need parallel lines for corresponding angles to be congruent. So if it doesn't mention that they're parallel lines, they aren't always congruent. In a parallelogram, consecutive interior angles are congruent. This would be sometimes, because we know that for rectangles and a square, they would be congruent, but for a rhombus and a parallelogram, they wouldn't always be congruent. If two lines are parallel and cut by a transversal, then alternate exterior angles are corresponding. This would be never, because, give me a second. Two lines are parallel cut by. As a repeat, it would be never, because angles that are corresponding have one on the inside and one on the outside, and alternate exterior angles are both on the outside. Number 4, if line A is perpendicular to line B and the slope of A is 0, then the slope of line B is also 0. That would be never, because if we have line A slope 0 and B is perpendicular to the slope of line B would be undefined, because there is no slope for vertical lines. So for our first algebra questions, given triangle BIG with B 3, 6, I 4, 1, and 14, 3, you'd want to Widmapoi and have a graph over here. It just about draw this. So we have B, which would be 3, 6, right around here. Then we'd have I, which would be 4, 1, right around here, right? And then G would be 14, 3, which would be right around here. And if we connect them, and you'd have to find, seeing this, we know that, let me label this, so B, I, G, we know that angle IBG would obviously be acute, and so would IGB. So obviously that leads us to BIG, and to confirm this, we can find the slopes of BI and GI, and using the slope formulas, we can find out that these two will result in a right angle, which would make these two 45 degrees, thus making this a larger angle.
Okay, did you actually find the slopes anywhere? Can you mark down what those were? Does anybody have those? Good. Good luck.
Just to confirm this, we know that BI slope is -5, and the slope of IG will be positive 1/5, and these form a perpendicular angle because -5 is the opposite reciprocal of 1/5. So find the slope of the lines perpendicular to the line that contains 5, 2, and 3, 6. So for this, we would want to use the slope formula, which is delta y over delta x, which we use in the above problem, and this will be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Whoa. It doesn't really matter which coordinates you set as y2, y1, and x1. It doesn't matter, except you might get some strange negative answers. But find the slope of the line perpendicular to the line that contains 5, 2, and 3, 6. So first, wait, pause it really quick. So to do this, we'll take 6 and 2, so 6 minus 2 over -3 minus 5. This gives us 4 over -8, which is -1/2. So since from the above problem we know that lines that are perpendicular to other lines will have the negative reciprocal of the slope of the line. So the negative reciprocal of -1/2 would be +2. Boom!